Hello, hi, and welcome. I'm Bunny. It's so wonderful to be here with you today. Before we jump into the video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below to tell me how your day is going. Now let's game on. So, I'm very sorry if there's any construction noises in the background. I literally just got over being sick, and so my voice is still throaty, and everything is going on outside. My neighbors have some general construction, so if the audio gets a little weird, I'm very sorry. Please try to ignore it. So, today's video, we're actually going to be going over tips and tricks for more fun gameplay in The Sims 4. Because starting a new game can be like really intimidating, and making Sims can take a while. There's like Newcrest is totally empty, which can be like really debilitating if you only have base game because you have 3 worlds to pick from and one is empty. How do you deal with that? It's like wild. And then you can have trouble deciding what to play because like there's a million challenges and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, fix that relationship. Who are you? Why is everyone at my house? The welcome wagon just ended. Everybody leave. Send home. No! Go away! You're not allowed here. Don't use my sink! Thank you all for being an absolute joy and coming to my house. That is precisely what I needed. Come train your dogs. So, other things that can make starting a new game intimidating is that sometimes all you want to do is build or renovate an EA build, or maybe you just want to make a sim, but after you make a sim, the game encourages gameplay. And then sometimes all you want to do is play, but you don't want to make sims or build. So we're going to break a lot of this down into different sections, and we're going to start with making sims. Like, this can take a while if you're very detail oriented like me, uh, which is why I think you should try the personality quiz. It can give you a boost in your starting career and skills. I actually made this family, starting with Miss Cromwell here, and I took the personality quiz for her, and it led to her having this level of acting career, which I don't typically play with the acting career. It's really interesting though. And she came with a few starting skills like acting and charisma, and she'd even started on comedy, which was like really helpful. And she's a vampire. I don't typically make or play with vampires. Ooh, Blackwell learned to sit. Good boy. I like having dogs in The Sims. It's fun. I like training them. They're all cute and sweet, and look at him. Just look at him doing his little prancy prance. But making Sims, the personality quiz, it can also randomize the money situation to be like higher or lower than you would usually have to start. When you start a new game with the sim that you just made, you usually get 20,000 simoleons as your starting fund. But the higher starting point via this little quiz can get you like, I think up to 40k simoleons, which is like really helpful, right? That's double the starting fund that you usually get. And you can still fix your Sims looks after. There's not a lot of ways to speed up the making Sims look how you want them to look. It's just really difficult to fix how Sims look. Especially if you fill up all the outfit slots and you have them all distinct from each other and you never like reuse the same item of clothing. Ooh, good boy, you learned how to sit. Can we do any more training with you right now? Learn how to play dead. That's funny. You're a vampire's dog. You're learning to play dead. That's cute. The only way I know to speed up dressing and making Sims look nice is to use the styled fits in the Create a Sim section. And that can be like not the greatest every single time, but also knowing what you have in the catalog is very helpful and speeds up a lot with that process. Um, I, for example, have a couple of items that are like my go tos for simple fashion, like simple basics. This sweater, it's from the Moonlight Chic kit, which is really nice. And it looks like just a normal sweater that most anyone could wear. And these jeans are from the Dream Home Decorator game pack, which totally great. And the shoes that she's wearing are Discover University. So, given that these are a couple of my go to items in fashion, especially because they come in a ton of different colors, like this top also comes in like pink, blue, green, yellow, a bunch of like really nice, simple pastel swatches, and then some nice neutral swatches like um, a black, a white, and a nude. Did you just did you just give your okay. But yeah, knowing your catalog can make a lot of making Sims go by a little bit faster because then you know what items that you want to gravitate towards. Another thing about making like a new game like a little intimidating, especially if you're like looking to actually play, is if you only have base game, Newcrest is empty. Like empty, empty. If you have other expansion packs, you ignore it because depending on which ones you have more than a handful of worlds to pick from. And yeah, you can play with your superhero. But if you only have base game, you have Oasis Springs, Newcrest, and Willow Creek. Newcrest being a third of the potential worlds for you to play in and being totally empty, that's not easy to deal with. It is totally okay to fill up Newcrest via using the gallery, and I will show you how to do that really quick. So, when it comes to the gallery, the first thing that happens is you're going to be brought to this page. And this page might not always be the most helpful for filling up Newcrest. So, what we're going to do is we're going to sort it. We have this entire tab of the gallery to sort through everything that we could need. So I don't follow a lot of people on the gallery. I literally just have little Simsy right now. So we're going to keep it at all, but following certain creators who make houses that you like is really helpful. And we're going to also sort by what we're looking to flesh out the game with. So we want to fill up Newcrest, so we're going to go to lots, and let's say we only have base game. Show base game only. And then you can sort by lot size, and that will actually help a lot in getting the lots filled up in Newcrest. And a lot of times when you go, oh, I want base game only, and you put in a lot like this 20 by 15, you're going to get a lot of Newcrest starters, especially when you sort by popular now. Look at lots that suit your needs for Newcrest, essentially. So if you need like residential or commercial, you can very easily set yourself up for success just by using this tab to create a more curated search. When starting a new game, deciding what to play can also be like really difficult and hard to decide. You've got challenges, scenarios, prompts, etc. There's so many, it is almost silly, and it's really hard to pick what to do if you're indecisive. And then after you pick what you're playing, you have to pick where your Sims will live. And if you only have base game, that is easy, you have 3 options, but Newcrest is empty. To make choosing a lot of things easier, sometimes I will just use wheels or randomizers in general, and I'll insert some clips of that here in just a second. Oh, this movie theater is so cool. Let's put the walls up for a second. These are the booths that you buy your tickets from. Oh, that's so nifty. And then you've got. Okay. This was made really, really heckin' well. Oh, that is cool. I love this. A lot of people who build in The Sims are just so creative and cool, and I love them. Oh, that's so clever. Oh. Back to choosing what to play. There's hundreds of options, and there's a lot that you can do with The Sims, like the 100 baby challenge, or a simple generic like just legacy challenge, which is where you start with a sim and then you go on for 10 generations and try to have like the best possible experience with that. And there's the Vampire Legacy, there's the Not So Berry Legacy Challenge, there's the Disney Princess Legacy Challenge. So many challenges, so little time, and you never, if you're indecisive, you never know what you want to pick, which is totally fair. I have that exact same problem, which is why I use wheels. It helps me determine things so much easier, and it gets rid of a lot of. Am I at Vlad's house? Oh no. Go home. But you can use wheels to determine like what challenges you play, or if you want to play a scenario but you don't know which ones you want to do or in what order. And then you can also just do prompts, which is oftentimes how I play The Sims. I'll create a little written prompt for myself. You are not supposed to be playing in there. And I have a ton of little prompts that I've written for myself to play by at this point. Oh, they're gonna watch TV together. um, I need to worry about hunger and a bunch of stuff. Oh, good golly. But after you pick what you're playing and where you live and everything else, that's when the game starts. The game starting can be really difficult all on its own. For example, this is my attempt at a quick, short, fun little gameplay challenge of just upgrading this to a vampire mansion a la Vlad's terrifying and rather ugly house on the hill up there. You can also add challenges to your gameplay randomly on occasion. like coin flips to determine whether or not something good or bad happens if you have, say, MC Command Center. Because with MC Command Center, you can, just random lightning strike sims or dice rolls to determine the number of kids that you have, or random number generators for other challenges like build challenges, and so many more. But right now we're going to cook some food for our toddler because she is hungry. Anyways, random number generators for build challenges, like determining how big a room in The Sims is, or stuff like that. And you can kind of treat a game of Sims like a D&D session. Um, at least if you're a terrible nerd like me and like D&D, you can, write a character story for your games and then just loosely follow it with, all the other general things that you can do to spice up your game, like the dice rolls or the coin flips or the random number generators for different things. Um, I also use random number generators for random events. Like, I'll write down a bunch of stuff that can happen in The Sims, and I'll label it like 1 through however many I wrote down. And then I'll just play a quick game of The Sims and use a random number generator to determine what could possibly happen, right? Get a serving for your child. No, 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 no. You need to feed your child who is starving before you put her to bed. Sims are not incredibly intelligent creatures. They are doing their best, though, which is very helpful. Oh no. Brienne seems to particularly dislike being held. Toddlers who hate being carried can manage on their own, thank you very much. Caregivers should be careful picking this toddler up as it will likely put the toddler in a bad mood. They will also never ask to be picked up. Ooh. Anyways, now that I've given you all the tips and tricks I can think of, um, I'm actually going to wrap up this video for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and tell me down below what else you'd like to see me do in the future. Remember that I upload every Saturday, given that life permits it. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye!